Hey Phantomus, how's it going? It's a very good choice of a game to play. Obviously, as I've said before, this is one of my favorites. So I will always say, if you choose to play this game, you have some good taste. Anyway, what is up? How's it going? Let's look around town a little bit real quick before we get started. Not that there's really much to see in this town, at least in this part of the game. We'll quickly kill this guy. Look how quickly you take him out if you're doing it that way. It's pretty awesome. Is the music always this upbeat? Yeah, usually in Zelda games, the music's usually an upbeat thing. Although if you're not really familiar with this game in particular, this actually is a remixed version of the music. But it does sound pretty similar to this in the game itself. I wonder, I'm not really sure if it works this way in this game. Did we? Oh, that was weird. It's probably because this isn't an item that you normally find in this game. Because this is kind of like added in with this version of the game. I don't think you actually dig anything up of use. But I was just curious, gotta try it out. No, I figured not. Oh, we have a friend over here for us. Let's see, before we get started, I want to get some full health, actually. Let me still grab some hearts from here real quick. Take out any rats. That's right, you can just break the pots. Forgot about that. Oh, no hearts in here. The only music I like in this is the Dark Worlds theme, really. So you don't actually like the, like just this regular music right here? Oh, we collected it. Oh well. No major loss, I suppose. Anyway, I'm gonna go back here and just gonna drop a link in Discord, and we'll begin in just a minute. Okay, let's see. Now, what were we doing last? I'm trying to remember. Actually, now that I had a break in this game, I don't know if I'll remember exactly everything that we need to get in this game. We collected a lot of stuff already. Let's see, in the Light World... I can think of a few things we could do in the Light World real quick before going to the dungeon here. At least I think I can remember. Alright, but what do you guys say we get this started up? Of course, it'll help if I actually hit the recording button, I'm sure. Alright everyone, so we're back with more of A Link to the Past right here. We are still in the Light World. You may recall that before we left off last time, we just got the bird from this place here. So we now have the fast travel available to us. But real quick, I think the first thing we're going to do is get at least another heart piece or two, because I think we can get one real quick. Actually, there's another item I probably want too, before we head our way. So it'll make one of the boss fights a little bit easier. I just have to remember how to get there exactly. Alright, running here is going to get us knocked back entirely. Oh, wait, yeah, it's this way. Okay, there we go. This tree over here is easily broken if you kind of notice how it's differently colored. That's supposed to be a clue that the leaves are, I guess, dying. I guess that's what it's supposed to signify. And hey, Maddie, what's up? How are things going with you today? Yeah, there we go. Yeah, every now and then you'll have guys that pop out of the bushes to try to attack you. It's pretty funny. Now, we got everything in the forest. We have birds here, which always a nice little treat. I can't remember whether or not we could do this right now. I don't know if we can. Oh, that's right. We have to go to the Dark World first to do this part. Where did I leave my teleporter thingy? No, it's all the way back there, so I could probably just try to find a shortcut to come here. But first, let's do some of the things that I need to get. Well, I don't need to get them right now, but I figured I'll get them right now real quick since I don't have to do any dungeon delving to get them. You don't have any assignments raining or impending deadlines? That's nice. It's nice when you have a chance to relax and not worry about school and all the deadlines that come with it. So as soon as you get the Master Sword, you can actually do this part. You just come over here this way. You need to have the book with you, but you should already have that if you have the Master Sword. And show it to this thing. Hold up the Master Sword and you'll get the magic of Ether. Yes. That's the first of many that we'll get. And by many, I actually just mean 3. But yeah, it says you could control the upper atmosphere and polar wind. Basically, it freezes enemies if you use it correctly. Now, there is another item we got up here we could access really quick, like. Especially since we had the fairies. I think that's what we needed, mostly. We might also die, but hopefully not. I don't need anything in particular equipped, actually. What do we need the book for? The book is actually translating what is written on the tablet, because the tablet's written in Ancient Hylian, and Link is a noob and he only knows, I guess, New Hylian, or whatever they call it. Ancient Hylian's supposed to be slightly more complicated, or something like that. I probably should have got a potion instead, but let's see if we can make it nonetheless. Yeah, we're probably gonna die before we get there, but that'll be okay. I think. As long as we get the item, that's what counts. We can get a game over, and that's no skin off my back. There we go. And we got the cane of Burna. If you switch it, or swing it, a ring of light will protect you. Well, that's good to know. Does he even know current Hylian? He only speaks in fan-made cutscenes, that's true. We don't really know that for a fact, I guess. And actually, now that we have this will protect us on our way back over. So that'll help out a little bit more. Get over there quickly, Link. There, now we're safe. I mean, I think Link is supposed to speak, actually. It's just a choice Nintendo made to not have him speak, because it makes it more... Are there fairies here I could get real quick? There might be. No? Okay. He just doesn't speak that way you could imagine him to say whatever you want to say. I mean, technically he does speak because you see him actually answering people's questions at certain points of the game. Yeah, the fairies actually revive you whenever you die, which is pretty cool. It does work that way in most Zelda games. Like after this one. Like I said, this game really establishes a lot of the common lore in later Zelda games. You couldn't really collect fairies, and you didn't have bottles in the first Zelda game, except when you bought like the potion for the first time, and then you don't really have the bottle, it's just the potion itself, kind of. Right, there's no more reason to be here right now, so let's get out of here real quick. Call the bird and fly out of here. There's more stuff we can collect up on this mountain, actually. Oh, also, you see how it says number 9 now on the screen? That kind of is saving your spots. You can actually teleport back there if you really want to. But right now, we're going to go to... Try to leave a good place to get to the Dark World from. I guess we could just do this one. We could just do the palace instead, technically. Or actually, what I should probably do is get the magic upgrade. So I think we could do that right now. And And I will do that real quick because it's good to have. We'll probably restore our magic too, which will be another good thing. Stop and bang this in. It's their way of thanking you for trapping them in a bottle. Yeah, that's how it works in this game. For whatever reason. Or maybe they're just thankful to be free finally. Hey, bless you for waking me up from my deep dark sleep. I mean, thanks a lot, sir. But now I'll get my revenge on you. Get ready for it. Is that okay with you, sir? Such a polite, cursed bat who's gonna curse us. I laugh at your misfortune. Now your magic power will drop by 1/2. Congratulations. Now do your best, even though I'm sure it won't be enough. Have a nice day. See you. Yeah, that's his way of cursing us. Or so he thinks. He's still awfully polite for a very angry bat who's awoken from his deep dark sleep. Alright, now I'm going to show you guys how you can get to level 3 and 4 without having to do level 2. Now it's very simple. You've probably seen this 100 times before if you've ever seen this game or someone playing this game. Now I come over this way from the town. Make sure you exit through like the westernmost entrance to the woods. Come up here, there's gonna be a bunch of soldiers, just want to take them out as easily as you can. Hold on a second. No, it's in the Dark World. Okay, you have to go in the forest itself too. Alright, ignore that guy up there. Come down this way, we should be... yeah, right where we want to be. So now that we have the hammer, we could easily bang this into place. Now if you're to try to come up from the town itself, you get this rock, you can't lift it up at this point in the game. So that's why you have to go around that way. But once you do, you're good to go. Yeah, if the guy kidnapped me and kept me in a bottle, the first thing I do after getting free would be to give that guy life back. Or it wouldn't be. I guess so, but yeah, it's really funny, especially since Link dies, so you're like, oh, I guess that's why they're now free. Alright, let's see if we get this one at least. Sometimes they don't exactly go towards you, which is nice. There we go, keep it in a bottle. You already completed 3 and 4. Oh, because you said you were playing this game too. So you're up to a similar point in the game where I am, which is pretty neat. Let's try to see if we can do this real quick. You can get a heart piece from this, but this is entirely luck-based, and I can't guarantee one way or the other if we'll actually get it. It's another one of those parts of the game where you just have to keep doing over and over until you actually get it. Which, if you're doing a race of this game, makes this not very fun. I mean, as you're seeing, we're getting plenty of money in that, but I'd rather just get the item and be done with this. We need Nagito here, yeah. Of course, if this was Nagito playing, like, every chest in this game would have a bomb that blows up except for one. And that's how Nagito would play it. Alright, come on. I don't want to do this all night. Now you may wonder, does it help to open up different chests each time? No, it doesn't really. It's absolutely random which chest is going to be in. So you may as well just do the 2 that are closest to you. Of course, we're just getting particularly unlucky this time around. Now you completed level 5. Yeah, that's what I love about this game right here, Link to the Past. It's very quick to beat if you know what you're doing and you've played it before. Oh my god. Usually I don't take this long to do this, but we're just getting very, very unlucky tonight. And you get to see here and watch it all. And since it's a stream, it's not being edited out. How lovely. Well, like I said, it's still better than when you're racing the game and it's taking forever. Why is it doubles each time? That's really weird. Yeah, it's amazing how quickly you can do the 4th level when you know what you're doing. Hey, Yumi Shoko, what's going on? You've joined us at a very fascinating moment in this game. Maybe I'm gonna save this for later at this point, since the gods of fate are not on my side. Oh, there we go, finally. I was just about to quit. We found a piece of heart. Yeah. That's all we needed. Now we can get out of this place. Alright, so now we're actually in a really good spot to do this temple. I want to get that king, because that's going to help us out a little bit when we get to the boss of this place. So to get here, just pull that back. Link will open up that pitchfork thingy, and you're free to go. You don't want to get hit by these things, first of all. But to get through this temple, it's really simple. Just come up over here. You want to drop down. Avoid getting hit by those guys. It's always nice to avoid being hit. Come through this way. Right, and back down to where you came from. Now get turned to a bunny. Being a bunny doesn't really hurt you, but you can't actually use your weapons or items. So just avoid getting hit when you're in that state. Over here is the big key already. Yeah, we get the big key that quickly. And I know I said the Dark World dungeons tend to be a lot harder and more complex than the Light World ones. This is kind of the exception to that a bit, because as you can see, we got that key very quickly. It's because this part is supposed to be more of like a maze, and if you've never played it before, I guess it is a bit complicated to get through. But once you know it, it's dead simple. Oh, the reason why I become a bunny is every now and then you'll find little, like, star thingies that kind of head your way. We might see one in, like, one of these rooms ahead, so I'll point it out to you if I see one. One of these has a key, maybe. Yeah, there we go. It's kind of like the, like those little thingies that drain your magic, except instead of draining your magic, it turns you into a bunny. It's supposed to neutralize the effect of the moon pearl. So it's like kind of like those guys, those little things that we see that when they hit you, they drain you of your magic, those red and white thingies. But instead, they're like a bunch of little star symbols that kind of glow and aim at you. Like, those things don't really head towards you, but those things will try to actually hit you. The star symbol thingies, anyway. Alright, avoid these things if you can. You might want to try to take it out if you can, but it's a bit difficult. And of course, we have this thing heading our way. Yeah, and the invisible transparent thing will still hit you and do damage, which makes that a pain in the neck. Luckily, I think this is the only dungeon where you really have to fight that thing. So that makes it a bit easier. Oh, and also an enemy that I think only appears in this dungeon, maybe a few others. But that little, I don't know what that's supposed to be, like a little cricket or lizard. I'm not sure exactly what it's supposed to be. But you don't see that much except for these rooms in this dungeon. And maybe in like Ganon's tower. I don't remember exactly. But they don't particularly try to go after you, so you can just kind of avoid them if you really want. This thing probably just has more bombs, but I'm gonna check inside anyway. Oh. Yeah, just more bombs. So that we don't need. Get out of my way. Is that Froggy Big the Cat's friend? Yeah, I don't think it's supposed to be a frog. Like, it's probably closer to a lizard if I had to say. But yeah, oh man, Big the Cat. Don't remind me of those parts of Sonic Adventure. Those were very, very interesting gameplay segments. You have to just find the frog by fishing. Not exactly the highlight of the game, in my opinion. I think we need to have it facing this way. Yeah, there we go. You probably have known this already, but you can turn these things into fairies, collect them, get your hearts back. It's good to do every now and then. Although, a lot of times you'll end up getting hit by them and taking just as much damage as you gain, which can be very annoying. Yeah, the first time when I played Sonic Adventure, I had a lot of trouble with that too, trying to get past Big's gameplay segments. Because I was never really good at the fishing. I didn't really understand how it worked, and I don't think they really explained it too well in the game itself. I never really liked fishing segments in any games, and for some reason, there are like a number of games that actually require segments like that. Like, it's funny, Ocarina of Time has a fishing segment, but you don't really need to do it. You can get, like, I think a pretty cool item if you actually manage to accomplish it. but it's not anything that's actually necessary. You had trouble staying alive, Phantomist? In what, this level? Or like one of the other levels that you're doing? Alright, take out this guy. Now, a lot of these guys you could just avoid if you really want to. Try to see if I get a little bit of extra magic while I'm here, since I was a bit low from doing that one part. Oh, there we go. That's the thing that'll turn into a bunny. So there, I'll show it off real quick. So, as you can see, we'll talk to the girl as a bunny. Thank you very much. You saved my life. Please take me outside. Yeah, you're talking to a rabbit lady. Get a key from that. In levels 3 and 4, you had trouble staying alive. I see. I think the part that's most difficult about this level, and this is level 4, is doing the boss fight. The boss fight to this one is actually kind of a pain. And you guys will see very shortly why that is. You know, I'm gonna show something else off real quick before I leave this dungeon. So when you have this girl following you, she says to take you to, she wants you to take her to the exit of this, obviously. And I should explain this item real quick. This is the Titan's Mitt. It's better than the Power Glove because you can lift up the heavier rocks, like the darker colored ones. So that's what this does. So once you get this girl, you think, oh, maybe all I have to do is take her out of the dungeon. Are you doing a boss fight with an escort mission? Yeah, that might be what you're wondering. So she says we could just leave, right? So let's teleport out and see what happens. Wait a minute. Please don't go this way. Yeah, and if you try to leave, I believe you don't leave with her, and instead she's just back in the prison cell when you go back to look. So, I don't know. This lady's saying not to leave just yet, or not to go that way. Let's see if she'll want to go somewhere else in this dungeon. Just to see what happens. Alright, let's go up this way. Got a bit of lag for some reason. There we go. It's those extra sprites on the screen. So we'll take her up over this way now. We have this room over here. There really wasn't much in it, but let's go back in again just to see, you know, what's inside. Just an empty room. Can we bang one of these walls and open a bombable surface? No? I guess not. Whoa, what's going on here? Yeah, too bright! What? Ah, and there we go. She was the monster all along. Now, the cane will protect us from taking hits, so I'm gonna use that to avoid getting hit as much. Make this boss fight a little bit easier for me. Yeah, surprisingly, the maiden was actually a monster all along. Obviously, it wasn't gonna be that easy just to escort her out of the prison. So we actually had to fight this guy. Now, if you remember, there's that one guy that's talking about a thief named Blind, who didn't like the lights. And this is supposed to be him. I don't know how he got to the Dark World or why he's this demon now, but that's what happened to him, I guess. And yeah, if you have the cane like that, or the other item that blocks hits, the guy's a joke, but if you don't, he's actually a lot harder. What's up, Frog? Yeah, we are. We're using the Link to the Past Redux, which has some added features to the game. It's pretty cool. And yeah, it actually uses a bunch of, like, Super NES filters for upscaling the resolution of the game, which is what you're probably noticing. It's actually all the original graphics. They're just using the, I forget the name of the algorithm, but the algorithm that upscales them and makes them look all smooth. Link, because of you, I could escape from the clutches of the evil monsters. Thank you. As the sages sealed away the Dark World, the Knights of Hyrule defended them from the attacks of evil monsters. I heard that the Knights of Hyrule were nearly wiped out in that battle. You're perhaps the last one to carry the bloodline of the Knights. It is ironic that the last one in the line has the potential to become the hero of legend. Surely you can destroy Ganon. Yeah, it's probably similar to what the other girl said, if you remember what she was saying in her text. No, anti-aliasing really only works for, like, 3D graphics. This is like a different technique. And I can't really explain exactly how that works because I don't actually know the details. I just know it does a good job. So now that we got the more powerful gloves, you might notice this little frog over here. So if you talk to him, goes, "Ribbit, Ribbit, your body did not change? You're not just an ordinary guy, are you? I used to live in Kakariko Town. I wonder what my partner's doing there without me. Ribbit, I have a request of you. Please take me to my partner. Ribbit, Ribbit, please." Yeah. Yeah, pretty neat. We got a little frog guy here. And look, he actually has a very cute face. Look at that little smile on him. How adorable. Alright, let's go, little frog guy. Something you may not know, banging into these guys actually shoot out a bomb. So we'll just ignore that for now. How's the frog know that Link didn't change because he wouldn't be a human? Basically nothing in this world can look like a human because anyone that's human gets turned into like a creature like him. Basically some kind of animal that represents his inner soul. Now why he turned into a frog, I don't know. Maybe he likes to hop around. But if you look at the guy, he doesn't look very spry and hoppy. We'll see in just a second. Yeah, when we come here, he actually turns into a little dwarf. So, I don't know. Somehow, a dwarf equals a frog. Oh, happy days are here again. You found my partner. We are very happy now. Drop by here again. At that time, we'll temper your sword perfectly. Oh. It's his partner. Well, I didn't realize Hyrule was such a progressive place in 1991. Well, that's very nice. But yes, now that we reunited the two partners, let's get back to... Actually, I think we can just go in right now. Let's talk to him again. Yeah, you don't have to leave the screen too much. Hey, you, welcome. Ask us to do anything. Well, there's two things, and only one's a request, so temper my sword, please. And we get the big discount, only 10 rupees for a sword tempered. Let's do that. Alright, now we have a problem though, look. No sword. So, yeah, let's just get out of here. If you go back in right away, they're just like, oh, don't be so impatient. Come back here a little bit later. All you need to do is just leave the screen and come back. If you really want to, you can wander around without the sword, but it doesn't really do anything. Obviously, you can't fight anything back. And now we got the red sword, which means it's better, of course. I don't know exactly how much more damage it does, but it does more damage compared to the other sword. Heading right back here, we have another heart piece we can get really quickly, since we're in the area. Just knuckle these into the ground. Try not to bother the chickens too much. And they won't bother you too much. And once we just knock out these final ones right here, that stump will turn into an entranceway. Somehow. And there we have it. Most of these heart pieces can be acquired very easily. And, yes, right here, we have a treasure chest. And you may be wondering, what does this treasure chest actually look like in the real world? Let's have a look real quick. Doesn't take much effort. And the treasure chest is actually, yeah, just a treasure chest. It actually just is what it looks like. Now, I don't know why that treasure chest was in the Dark World, but let's bring it to the one person in the game who knows what to do with it. Now, this wasn't mentioned anywhere that I actually talked to anyone. I don't think I spoke to anyone that mentioned this. There is someone in the game that'll tell you to come this way, but you really wouldn't know because I don't think I spoke to them. So just talk to this old man up here. I heard that you know that I used to be a thief. How did you hear that I know that you know that I must know that you were a thief? Open up the chest for you, but keep it a secret from everyone. Ah, those words once again. Of course we won't tell. We don't even have the option to tell anyone. And that's how we get our last bottle. As you can see, we're really starting to fill out our items. There's only a few more left. And actually, wait a second. I can't get over here just yet, can I? Where did I put my thing? Well, there's another item we could get really quickly. We just have to come over here. Because there should be another entrance to the Dark World just up this way. And once we go here, use our trusty hammer. Yeah, the hammer is what basically separates you from a lot of these entranceways. And look out for this guy right here. That's supposed to be like the equivalent of a like in this game, and you don't want to mess with them. They'll steal your shield. And that is not a lot of fun. So... no, I don't want to go in here. Get out of here. What I want to do is just come up this way a little bit. And stay inside these little cones over here. Use your mirror thingy. And now we're up on that cliffside. And we have yet another plaque. So what happens if you talk to the plaque thing is it just says a bunch of gibberish. That's supposed to be the ancient Hylian. I don't know what the regular Hylian looks like, just the ancient one. I guess regular Hylian looks just like English. Or at least in this game. In the Japanese version, I'm sure it looks just like Japanese. And there's the Bombos medallion. I like how those two gnome guys decided they can mess with the Master Sword and make it better by... yeah, it's pretty funny that somehow they're able to just make it like an improved sword, even though it's supposed to be like the best sword in the game. But yeah, it is really funny. This is the first game to actually have it like called the Master Sword, so this is like the first game with it. And I guess at this point they really didn't intend for the Master Sword to be like the strongest sword. It's even true that when you play Ocarina of Time, the strongest sword in the game isn't actually the Master Sword, it's like the upgraded Goron sword. So yeah, just because it's the Master Sword doesn't make it the greatest, I suppose. Well, we can't do anything right here, right now. But let's just come back here. And go to the Light World once again. Now we came to this place shortly into the game the first time around, I believe. And you may recall we were able to drain out the water. And when we drained out the water, it caused, obviously, this dam to go through, like this, and flood the rest of the rooms. But will it actually have any effect on the Dark World, you may wonder? Well, it's probably pretty obvious, but let's just go and check. We'll pretend we don't know the answer. Skyward Sword would disagree with me. About what? About like the Master Sword being the strongest? Yeah, maybe in Skyward Sword the Master Sword actually is the strongest one, I don't know. I actually never played that one. Or at least I never played it through all the way. Whoa. Yeah, you got some interesting guys that charge at you from the water in this level. And they're not a lot of fun. Like most enemies, I should say. Just grab that real quick. Now this is another dungeon where, and it pretty much holds true for I guess all the dungeons in this game, so I don't know why I keep saying this. If you know what you're doing, you shouldn't have any trouble at all. Even the boss of this level isn't too much of a pain. You'll know eventually since you're playing all the Zeldas. You know, the funny thing is, I'm not sure if I'm going to get around to playing that one. I was intending to do maybe up until Wind Waker, and I wasn't sure if I'd do any of the other ones after that. Because I already played Twilight Princess like ages ago, when I was first starting up this channel. And then, I don't know, Skyward Sword, I don't know if I would do because of the motion controls. It's just kind of like a pain. Because I'd have to somehow record and then do the stupid motion controls at the same time, which just wouldn't be very fun to me. That's like one of the main reasons why I didn't really play the game much the first time around. I kind of wish they would remake that game and like do it for the Switch or something without the motion controls. That'd be a nice welcomed addition. Maybe then I'd actually play it. But yeah, I'll assume that maybe it kind of works that way for Skyward Sword, where the Master Sword actually is the most powerful one. I think that's true of Twilight Princess as well, actually. Because I don't think you actually get a sword besides the Master Sword in that one. Like, you get a starting sword, and I think eventually get the Master Sword, and that's it. But I can be wrong. It's been a while since I played it. The DS ones. The DS ones, I think I tried to play one of them, I didn't really like it. Because it had a really weird design to it. The one portable games that I liked, well, I shouldn't say the one, there were actually three. I liked Link's Awakening, that's a good portable game. I liked, what were they called? The Oracle of Seasons and the Oracle of Ages, I think they were called, for the Game Boy Color. Those are fun games. But I played one of the ones for the DS, and I really didn't like it that much. I don't remember what it was about, but it was really weird. And like, there was some weird gimmick to the dungeons, which were like, you had to do them in a certain time or something. I don't know, it was just really bizarre to me. And as I kind of said before, I don't really have a lot of patience for portable games, so unless I played the emulated version, which is usually how I experience them these days, I don't really play them too much. I actually need to come here. I think it might have been one of those games. Was it Phantom Hourglass? I think that might have been the one I played. I didn't really like it that much. Before we come over here, I think we have to go up here. Get out of here. Being surrounded by assholes. Oh yeah, the one game that I think I would have interest in is probably A Link Between Worlds. I might play that eventually, because it's supposed to be based off of this game. Yeah, I have to come this way to get a key, and then I can go down there. Oh yeah, this is the dungeon where you get the hookshot. For the first time in Zelda. I must suffer for our amusements? I'm pretty sure I don't have to. I mean, there's... Whoa. Oh yeah, that's right, those things actually throw the bones at you. I mean, I have plenty of time suffering for your amusement, but it's not that I have to. And I'm not sure, it's not like every single game where you suffer it is amusing. Kind of like, you know, I would say that suffering through... Hold on a second. No, I don't think I can go this. I think I have to change it back first, and then go all the way around. Suffering through something like Fading Hearts, now obviously that was worth suffering through for everyone's amusement, because in the end I had a lot of fun too, watching how ridiculous that was. But then there were other games where I feel like it's probably not exactly worth it, like... Suffering through Dandelion, that just didn't have too much happen at all. And trying to think what else. Like even when I was doing just the Adventure of Link the other day, or like a few weeks ago. Obviously that had a lot of suffering, but I didn't feel like it was particularly amusing. But then again, I was the one watching it, so maybe I'm wrong. I can't watch anyone playing Getting Over It. What's that? Is that supposed to be like another game where it's very painful to get through? Oh, there we go. We got full health now. I think someone asked me to play that at one point, or they were telling me I should try to play that. But I don't know what it was, and I think that was a game you had to pay for, and I was like, I don't know. I don't want to have to pay for a game where I have to suffer. It's like, it's one thing, like, playing one of those free games where it's really difficult. But, yeah, actually having to pay for it's a little bit different. I'm trying to remember if it's the left or the right. I could try Triforce Heroes. What is Triforce Heroes actually about? Because I have heard of it. But is it an actual Zelda game? I thought it was like more of a multiplayer kind of thing. Almost like Four Swords. I guess is it more like Four Swords or Four Swords Adventure? Because in my opinion, Four Swords Adventure was more story-oriented, where the original one was just more about the multiplayer itself. So I think it's the right one you have to go on, but I'll check both anyway. I think it's probably just like the map or compass. Or a rupee. Wow, that was worth it. It'd be true suffering because I have to play by myself. I don't actually know what that one is. I heard it was something about multiplayer, but I didn't really check into it. Is that for the whatchamacallit, not the Switch, what was the other, the Wii U, that's what it was. Is it for the Wii U, or is it for the 3DS? I can't remember the names of the systems. It's all slipped from my mind. Hey Jacob, what's going on? Oh, sure, the 3DS, okay. I wonder if you could play 3DS games emulated, like, together with other people. So I know with some games you can actually emulate multiplayer support, but I don't know if you could do that on the 3DS yet. That'd be interesting to see. But yeah, I don't know. I'm definitely gonna do this game, obviously, since I'm almost done with it. I'm gonna do Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. I might do... I don't know, would you guys like to see Link's Awakening too? Because I can emulate the, like, Game Boy Color. Alright, so that's pretty sweet. The 3DS emulation does work with the multiplayer. That's good. But I don't know, because the way I was thinking about it, I was at least going to get to Majora's Mask. And I don't know, I might do Wind Waker. I was kind of like on and off about that. But I don't know about the games afterwards. Because I don't really know as much about them. So I don't know if I'd feel as passionate about playing them. Obviously I played, you know, Twilight Princess. And I like that, but after that I'm kind of like, eh. Am I gonna play the CDIs of the games? I might do that as like a joke. I don't know if I'd be able to play the full thing, but it might be funny just to do a little bit. See how awful they actually are. Alright, there should be a switch under here. We could just... For some reason, whenever I played this game back when, like... Obviously the SNES was first out and I was playing for the first few times or whatever. I always thought that this, little statue here looked like Keen from Final Fantasy IV, or 2 as it was back in the day. Oh shit, what was the one that actually opened up? I think it's this one. Yeah, this is the way you have to go. The CDIs are the worst. Yeah, they are supposed to be the worst. I think that'd be the reason to play them, is to see how bad they are. Get those awesome cutscenes. Which are obviously the best cutscenes in any Zelda game. Definitely the top graphics of the time. Alright, to get out of here, we just have to go up one of these little waterfalls here. I don't think we even need that key or anything. Get this guy out of our way. But yeah, I think the CDI ones would be a lot of fun to do. Even if it's just like playing an hour or two of each of them, maybe. But anyway, that was my basic plan, was eventually do Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. That's what I really wanted to get to. These guys aren't going to get out of my way, so I'm just going to have to take the hit. Plus, that actually is a lot of games, like, doing all these games up until Majora's Mask. That'll be like doing 5 games or so. So I'm not sure about doing like the later ones. If anything, after that point, I'd probably be more likely to try playing a little bit of Breath of the Wild again. And see if I feel any different playing it like the second time through. Especially because doing it the second time, I'd be able to actually play the DLC, and some people said the DLC adds additional story to it, so I'd be kind of curious to see what that's all about. Because that was like the main thing I said was lacking in the game itself. Once you get this guy's last little marshmallow puffball off of him, it's gonna start a new pattern. We're just trying to land on you. Now you could equip this and try to save you some additional trouble. Obviously, it doesn't really do too much, so I would just recommend sidestepping and then hitting him. Link, I saved you. No, you did not, my boy. The most I know about the CDIs are from watching like all those old YouTube poop videos from back in the day where they would have them in like every single video. You couldn't get away from it. You can get Link's motorcycle. I heard that he has a motorcycle now, and that I don't understand whatsoever. I don't know, it's really weird some of the things they're doing in Nintendo games these days. Yeah, Link, I can escape from the evil monsters, the evil clutches of the evil monsters, whatever. Thank you, thank you, thank you. The Triforce will grant their wishes. We've heard this over and over again as long as that person lives. So it's kind of interesting. In this one, the story behind the Triforce is actually a little bit different. You know, actually, I have a... Yeah, we could rewind. Can I? Yeah, let's see. I just want to read that again real quick. The Triforce will grant the wishes of whoever touches it as long as that person lives. So in like almost all the other Zelda games, what they say about the Triforce is that once you get the Triforce, you could touch it, make your wish, and then it's kind of like a one-time thing. But in this one, they almost make it sound like once you get the Triforce, as long as you live, you have like the power to basically decide what happens. Because it'll grant whatever wishes you make, which is very, very different. Anyway, that's why it was hidden in the Sacred Realm. Only a select few knew of its location. But at some point, that knowledge was lost. The person who discovered the Sacred Realm was Ganondorf, the evil thief. Luckily, he couldn't figure it out, how to return to Lightworld. Well, remember that you have magical powers, which only the hero can make the most of. There's some other magical warping points, like the one you saw in Death Mountain. Now, we already used a few of those. By using them, you can go between the two worlds and find the evils hidden in the Dark World. You are the only one who can destroy Ganondorf, the thief. No! Ganon, the king of darkness. Of course we understand. It's supposed to be like Link's divine beasts. Yeah, I mean, it just seems pretty silly to me why he would have a motorcycle in like a Zelda game. Just feels like they're adding random stuff just for the sake of it. Anyway, how's it going, Mike? You can kind of see where we are at this point in the game already. What do I want to stop and get next, I wonder? We could always go to the other dungeons, but I feel like maybe we should try to get some more of these items just really quickly. And we don't have to leave the Dark World to get some of these. We'll try to do a few of them right now, real quick. Anyway, Mike, how was your night? Did you end up getting dinner or something like that? Anything fancy? It is kind of a shame that you can't fast travel in the Dark World. It'd be kind of funny if they added that in as a feature too. So that'd make it very, very convenient for me. But the world isn't really that big in this game. At least not big enough they have to worry about it. I think we can come this way. It's slightly off screen, but yeah, it works all the same. Oh, you went and got some ice cream. Awesome. I see. Why don't you come this way? Don't get assaulted by the bees. Ooh, I'll take that money. Actually, we don't have to do it this way now we got the one thing. Just do it out here since you have a little bit more room. Get these ghosts out of the way. Okay. Charge into this. And go down here. Link needs a motorcycle to get around the map instead of pointing a sword and running. Oh yeah. You mean he can't do the dash attack like in this game? I wish he could. That'd be pretty cool. Link's running game in Breath of the Wild is pretty weak, I have to say. I mean, pretty much anyone could run faster than Link in that game. It's pretty pathetic. Oh no, we have an enemy right on top of us. Let's quickly get out of here. Sometimes that's just how it goes. The enemies will be right on top of you. Luckily, like I mentioned before, they do give you a little bit of time to get away when you first teleport to this different world. Yeah, actually, no, okay. I thought we were gonna be too close to it, but we're good. Let's break these things really quickly. Plant a bomb, get that additional bomb. I think this... Actually, I don't remember. Is this a heart? Yeah, it is a heart. There we go. I do know what I'm doing. Sometimes. Man, what's this? All these people are getting milkshakes and ice cream. Aw, we're too close. Alright, so when that happens, just be patient. Wait in the middle. There we go. And we're good again. Now, I believe we can get another heart piece real quick if we just come this way. I don't know why we didn't break that bush. That's pretty funny. Somehow the bush was especially resilient. Now, as you can see, we got a... Whoa. Stop trying to hit me, you little pig creature. We got a heart piece up here to get to. Now that we've gotten that magic cape that we had just acquired in the graveyard, we can actually go over there and get it. Oh yeah, and also the hook shot. That makes it a bit easier. Now, I think some people say that you can do this without the magic cape, but I'm not sure how that works exactly. I don't think I ever got that to work successfully. Alright, you almost have another full one. Trying to think if there's another one we can get real quick. I don't know if there is. There's nothing much here in this version of the world. I don't think so. We can just come over here and do this dungeon since we're already over here in the vicinity. Alright, we got the very imposing music. As you can see, the Lost Woods in the Dark World is a bit more morbid than the original one. We have these like skeletons of, I don't know what they're supposed to be, lying all over the place. There's a lot more enemies than we originally found here. And I don't know if you actually get to the dungeon from the location I entered from. It's looking like maybe not. Try to remember. Can we actually get into there? Oh my goodness, that was really close. Luckily, we're still safe. I think if they do steal your shield, you have like a short time where you can win it back. Oh, really? Get out of here. Yeah, I think the one difficult part about this is finding the entrance you can actually use. Here, let's get out of here and then go through the other way. I think that might work. Yeah, because there are like 2 or 3 entrances you can't really get into it from. Oh, also, notice how some of these guys I mentioned, they'll shoot bombs out? Some of them actually talk to you. I don't think that one does. Obviously not. But a few of them will actually say a few words to you. Usually nothing too important. They're just like, oh, somehow I got here and I was turned into a tree. So I guess they were people originally, which I guess is a thing that happens here. Yeah, here we go. B. There we go. Now there is a really quick way of doing this, but I don't particularly remember, so this is probably going to take me forever to do. But if you know what you're doing, it can be very quick. Yeah, that's what I said last time, those bombs, the trees will shoot bombs at you. But you will find one every now and then who won't, and they'll actually talk to you instead about something. Now we need the big key for that segment of the game, which we don't have, obviously. Let's come back along this way. We want to find the key. I think we can get it pretty easily. If I remember correctly. You don't need to go down there. I don't think you need to go that way either. You kind of want to save your keys if you can. And we don't even have any yet. I think it might be this way over to the left. Yeah, this looks a little bit more familiar, maybe. Yeah, this looks very familiar now. Now, these mummy guys will absolutely wreck you if you let them get too close to you, so avoid that. Oh, and yeah, we finally have these hand thingies. These guys, oh, they're gonna be a pain. So this is the first time we have them in this game, and I think this may be the only dungeon where they show up, other than they might make a quick appearance in Ganon's Tower as well. I don't really remember. But yeah, these guys are definitely gonna be a pain. Arm down here. There we go. So mostly what we want to do is come over here just to get the key. And once you get that, you're pretty much free to leave this place. Oh. I just want to check here real quick, even though I don't think I need to get anything from here. This might be a key. No, it's not. Okay. Then yeah, like I said, you're free to leave after that. The wall masters are the worst. Oh yeah, that's what they're called, wall masters, technically. If you want to be, using the official Nintendo terms for them. Of course, I can never be bothered to use those. Alright, I guess some of these hearts respawned. I'll get some of those real quick since I was rushing to get out of there with all those enemies. Yeah, I have to agree with you, Maddie. I never really understood the name Wall Masters. If anything, they'd be like Ceiling Masters, right? Since that's where they hang out. Oh yeah, and funny enough, those guys make a return for whatever reason. These little monsters here. Don't ask me why, but they do. Oh yeah, you know what? I'm gonna use this for all it's worth right here. Here we go. Oh no, we lost health again. Quickly. Let's get it right back. God damn it, this thing's a pain in the ass. I'm trying to exploit the game. How dare you? Alright, well, I'll do is I'll just go this way. Not bother the little shit. Now I'm trying to remember at this point where we go to. I think we want to get a few keys first before we go on further. I don't know if we can actually get them though. I think maybe go to the left over here, we can get a key or two. There's also floor masters. What is a floor master? Wait, hold on a second. Is there something underneath one of those tiles? Or pots or whatever? No? Never mind. I have no recollection of the difference between floor masters and wall masters or any of that stuff. I don't really have the names of the enemies memorized, unlike a lot of other people's game series. Ah, here we go. This is the correct way. What we're gonna want real quick is that flame rod. Use that right here. There's probably nothing under here, but we'll check real quick. Creepy hand monster would split into 3 hands and knock you in time and try to latch on you. Wasn't that just a wall master? Or whatever. Actually, wanna know something fun? You don't have to bother doing all that if you have that key. You actually skip it, which is something I love to do. Because screw actually playing the game. How do I do this? You might be able to just walk over from here. Yeah, there we go. That's how I skip that puzzle. Yeah, in this part I'm going to show you how to skip half the game, so you don't have to actually struggle for effort. I'll take that. Kill this guy. And he got set on fire too, that is awesome. I'll teach him. And I think we just need to kill the mummy for the key. We can actually hit him. Yep. There we go. And it's time for the boss already. Like I said, if you know what you're doing in this dungeon, it's very quick. But also, as I said in the other dungeon as well, I could probably say it for just about any of these dungeons. You can hit him with the fire or the sword. Either one will work. So, whatever's most convenient for you. It might also help if the game isn't very laggy, but that's what running some filters will do for you. And actually, I have to say, I think the game does get a bit laggy in the original SNES version too, but not as laggy as that usually. I just realized something. Mike says, in the description it says, I'm trying out the Redux version instead of I'm trying out. Okay. Do you know the prophecy of the Great Cataclysm? This is the way I heard it. The person who has an evil heart gets the Triforce. A hero is destined to appear. And he alone must face the person who began the Great Cataclysm. If the evil one destroys the hero, nothing can save the world from his wicked reign. Only a person of the Knights of Hyrule who protected the Hylian royalty can become the hero. You're of their bloodline, aren't you? Then you must rescue Zelda without fail. Mike, I'd be very careful about trying to invoke certain things of getting overly anal about aspects of the description or whatever, because there's so much I could say about you and what happens in your videos. Monsieur, I cannot do simple math. Or I cannot complete division because I was never taught that in school. Now let's see. What? Okay, that is the one that you get. You already know that, but not everyone else knows that. So, there we go. Now they do. Oh, fuck. Get out of here, you damn thief. Back off. Yeah, you don't want that guy to get you. He's gonna steal your money and other things too. Wait, can we get here? I don't know if we can. Yeah, oh, this part's kind of a pain. I'm trying to remember where the nearest thing is to get to. Because you have to come here in the Dark World, and there actually isn't a thing too close to this. So I have to go all the way back, and that's always a pain. He might touch our butts. Yeah. He'll do more than that. That's why I'm being cautious. I'm just gonna get out of here. Now I'm all annoyed. Let's see. I guess you have to go to the castle. It's pretty much the closest place to go to. We don't need to run away like a little girl. You have the bird to fly us away. You don't need to run like a chicken when you have... Well, not a chicken, but a duck, I guess. Because that's what it looks like. Alright. It's sorry, I was making out a big deal about this, but really, like I said, this world isn't too big, so it doesn't take a lot of time to get around from place to place. It does feel like a pain, though. I wonder if they added this. Let me see. No, they didn't. Okay. I was curious to see if they made that work in the Dark World, which would have been kind of funny. We try to run away, but it does no good. Instead, the mighty catfish finds us. Was it you who disturbed my peaceful nap? I will give this to you if you go away. It's very kind of you. This is the Quake Medallion. Its magic causes the ground to shake and defeats nearby enemies. Watch your magic meter. How dare we? Link is such a rebel in this game. Such a badass. Of course, now we're all the way out here with nowhere to go. Trying to see if there's anything we can do here real quick. I don't believe so. There's not really too much you can do in the Dark World around here. So I'll probably just go back to Light World and then teleport somewhere else. It's probably the best way of doing it. Let's skip ahead. Let's go to level number 6. There's actually a few pieces of heart we can get over here too, real quick. If we play our cards right. There we go. And another heart completed. This is misery. Oh, Michael, look at that. You made a typo. Wow. You spelt Meyer wrong. Har, har, har. Let's all be anal and point out every little typo anyone makes in chat now. Alright, there actually is... I always thought you could like kind of mess this up, but you actually can't push certain blocks, which is kind of funny. So it's very easy to get out of here. Or I should say it's very difficult for you to actually mess that up. Hey, I'm not the one that's upset that I spelt Meyer wrong, Michael. You didn't need to start pointing middle fingers at me. I can't even show you my middle finger because I don't have a webcam. How rude of you. Pretty sure that's a microaggression. You have to be careful. All the blood's gonna go rushing to your head if you do that. And somehow the skies lighten up that day. That Link used that ether spell. Even though it's a spell it's supposed to cause snowstorms, it causes the swamp to clear up. Yeah. I mean, that makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? Well, it's easy to get to level 6 if you're not really paying any attention to the order of the game. That is something that's very simple to do. I'm trying to remember, when I did the... Oh, goodness. Let's not mess around with these guys, because they do teleport all around and try to hit you. Like, these guys actually make an effort, unlike most of the other enemies. Get some quick money. But... what was I gonna say? I think when I was first doing the first Let's Play of this game, I might have come here like as like the 3rd or 4th dungeon I did. In fact, in this game, let me see right here. It is the fifth dungeon I'm doing in, you know, my non-ordered run of it. So that's pretty funny. We could go this way, but there's no point because I didn't get the key just yet. Yeah, the Wizrobes are not a lot of fun. I don't know what it is about them, but in most games they're a major pain. It's like when I was playing, I keep on wanting to say a Link's Awakening, but no, it's just Link's Adventure. The Wizrobes in that game were such a pain because you had to do the stupid spell to reflect the attacks back at them, and it just wastes magic, which you can't waste because there are parts of the game where you need to have magic. So, yeah, I agree. The Wizrobes, pretty much in any game, they're just not very fun at all. And we don't really need to come here. I'm just going the wrong way because I was talking. Well, I'll just come through anyway. I was just gonna let him go. He already got away from me. Where are whiz robes? Why that? Well, that was weird. Now, one funny thing is there are some whiz robes who show up in the same place over and over, and then there are others that, you know, they'll just kind of travel. These ones actually stay kind of stationary, but they'll face different ways. Please move. Yeah, where we actually want to go is to the right and then up one of those ladders. Oh, whatever. A lot of times you may as well just take the hit, because it actually doesn't do that much damage. Which is why I never really worry too much about getting hit in this game. Especially since you usually get a ton of health. Alright, now we're going the right way. Let's stop in here real quick. I think there's actually... well, aside from this little dick... no, that... okay, so that teleporter isn't activated. Well, let me see if I can get this real quick before I get turned into a bunny. Nope. See if we get one last fairy to round out our collection. Much better. For some reason, when I was little and I was playing this game, I always thought that once you get to... where's that room? I think it's over here. This room here. I thought there was like a way you could actually go from one of these to the other using the hookshot, but really there's no point to doing that if you were to try. It is funny on this level how far out of the way you have to go to actually get the keys that you need. Oh, now I'm thinking about it, I don't know if you actually had to come this way. So I might just be able to take that one key and go to the place I'm thinking of. Because this is the same room that's... yeah. Let me just do that real quick. Yeah, this is the same as this room, so you didn't really need to come this way whatsoever. Is there another key? Are there any of these? Okay, I wouldn't bother opening that door at all. What I would do is actually just... no, actually I don't want to do that. I'll just backtrack. It's pretty fun that you could run so quickly, but it's still just impossible to control. I think this is what it was. This is what I missed. Yeah, that gives you a key. Okay. Well, we took a little bit of a detour that we didn't need to. I guess when they designed the game, though, they want you to go to all the rooms, but you don't even have to if you know what you're doing. Oh, now I can go up there. Sweet. I think this is another key or something. I don't think there's a reason you might go in that room. I actually think if you go in there, you get locked in, and you have to do some bullshit. Oh, this is one of those rooms where you actually have to kill all the enemies before you can move the thing. So I'm pretty sure that gives you a key. Or that guy will give you a key. Okay, never mind. My mistake. Does that not give you anything? You have to take out this guy too. Get over here. I guess it doesn't really give you anything at all. Alright, never mind anything I said there. I feel like this might be a dead end because I don't really remember this room. And if I don't remember a room, that usually means you don't have to go that way. Yep, that was not the way. So this is another part where you have to use a key. This does kind of go back to remember when I was playing the original NES Zelda game, and I was so hesitant to use any keys. Just like that. Kill this dick. There's nothing else we need from this room. Ah, now this. It actually helps if you... Whoa, hey. That's weird. It took him so long to spawn. You actually have to move these out of the way. You might as well do this now. So it'll save a little bit of time. And then you just want to light these. I think we just use the lantern because you have to get close to them to actually light them. There we go. And then over here we just light these up too. And that'll cause a rumbling in the palace. Now what's that about? We'll see in just a second. Well, actually I have to explain this bit because you won't know what actually changed since you never saw this one. So in this room to the right here, if you didn't do all that stuff that I just did with the lanterns, normally when you come in here it's a very tiny room. You don't see that hole over there. You just see like this thing, and there's no gap to fall down. I actually hear from Sasrali and he tells you to do that stuff, in case you didn't know it. But now that we come down here, we see a chest. Hey, T. Masterson, what's going on? How are things going on your night? Let's reset ourselves. I think this takes you... Yeah, it takes you all the way back here. So if you wanted to come here, I believe this leads right to, like, the boss room. But you don't want to go there yet, because you haven't gotten the item from the palace. So why would you? That'd be very silly. Very premature. Oh, and another funny thing about this, the item that you get from this dungeon is actually very helpful if you kind of want to cheat your way through the next palace. Oh, get away from me, please. It's right on my ass. Get out of here. So that's one reason why you might want to do these out of order. And it's funny because there's some people that have so much trouble trying to do that puzzle in the ice dungeon. But I don't know, I never really had a lot of trouble with it, so it's kind of funny. At least to me it's kind of funny. You don't actually need to run in case you mess up like I did. Walking's fine too. We get another cane. And this cane here is, well, the Cane of Samaria. I don't know why it's called the Cane of Samaria, it just is. It'll be very helpful if you're able to make proper use of it. Wow, that's a huge explanation. What a mysterious cane. Oh, awesome! So you finished watching Danganronpa, you started number 2. With the way you enjoyed dungeon puzzles, you should really play the game I got for you. Oh, that's right, God, what was the name of it again? I forgot. The name of that game. I remember, I think I redeemed it already on Steam, but I forgot the name. Because I have such an awful memory. I should try that out one of these days. Dun 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 dun. Alright, we got the map, so... what's the quickest way to the Dungeon Master? The Dungeon Master. You know what I mean, the boss of this dungeon. Alright, there we go. Now, even though we... I might go back and get a little bit more health. Come to me. I said, come here. No, don't hit me. How rude. Making me expend my magic for no reason. Yeah, even though you may think you're done with this dungeon right here, you actually still have quite a bit to go. So this part down here, you just want to come... And something that never's made any sense to me, you have to lift up that pot thing, and there you see the switch, and you have to depress it, and have something stay on it to hold the door open. But why wasn't the door open when you had that pot on top of it? The world will never know. You can lift that thing up, but I guess you don't actually have to. This room has traps to kill you, but you don't want to get killed, so... You could use a block, I believe, but I'm trying to save my magic if I can. Especially since we're a bit low on magic right now. Oh, there is something you have to get from here, though, and this is a pain. This part I really hate. So you could try to throw that over the switch here, but you're not really able to. So instead, you pretty much have to go all the way around. And I got stuck there for some reason. Uh-oh. And that guy's gonna pelt you with fireballs to be a fucking cocksucker. As we just saw. And now I don't care if I get hit at all, so... Actually, can you do what I think you can do? No, you can't. Okay. What might be a smart thing to do is go like that, because now when you fall, you don't have to retrace your steps. I want to see how I could do this. Yeah, you can do that. Okay. Oh, that's right. If you place it right up against the wall, it actually won't move, which is what you can do. Hey, I only tell it like it is. You guys know that. Let's go around this again. There we go. Actually, you, yeah, I forgot to hit the switch. You have to go there. I did all that and I forgot to hit the switch. There we go. So how do I hit this? Wow, I actually forgot this part. How do you do this? Can you throw this over there? Huh, that's weird. I actually have no recollection of this part. Oh, there's a thing right here you could hit. Oh. I didn't even see that. I was too focused on going there. Alright, so no, you don't have to do that part. This is where you have to bomb the wall. Okay, that's... now it all makes sense. Kind of weird though, because the more difficult puzzle is something you don't actually have to do at all. Which is just part of some of the bizarreness of this game. Some of the more challenging segments you don't actually have to do. Now, for some reason, I could be wrong again, so don't quote me on this. Whoa, wait a second. I think you can get more magic doing this. Can I freeze you? This is like a little trick you can do most of the time. Nope, that time it didn't work. No, never mind. Alright, there's supposed to be some kind of like trick where you could do that, and most of the times it'll give you like a full magic refill. Of course, when I'm trying to show it off, it actually doesn't work whatsoever. But usually the trick is you freeze an enemy and then hit it with that. Now it's just, yeah, it's just giving me little magics, which I don't really care much for, because that barely refills my magic meter. Oh, there we go, finally. I don't need that now. Alright, and that's pretty much that. Now that I have the full... Oh, look at this dick. I'll just do this. Oh, and he turned around anyway. What a little asshole. So this is another boss that's really dead simple. Once you have these upgraded items, just come over here and wreck his day. Actually, I think it helps if you do this first to take them out. Yeah, one thing that's kind of a pain about that is that slows down the game a ton. So you might want to just use this. There we go. Now it's actually not running at an incredibly slow frame rate, even though it's not doing the additional damage. There we go. Much better. Yeah, save frames. Luckily you can walk on top of that now to collect the heart. I would take the additional frames saved over being a little bit extra safe and fighting that guy. The poor eyeballs are crying. Well, they don't have to cry anymore. That's for sure. Link, because of you, I could escape from the evil clutches of those evil monsters. Thank you. Ganon captures because he couldn't break the seal of the sages with his power alone. Really, he couldn't. And then, using that priest Aghanim as his pawn, he drew us into the Dark World. After cracking the seal with our powers, he sealed us inside those crystals. He then gave us to his loyal monsters, but Ganon didn't plan on you getting this far. Now Princess Zelda's waiting for you inside a Turtle Rock. Please hurry. Yeah, I like how they say inside Turtle Rock. We're not even ready for that yet. Calm down, Princess. Or, I don't know, Nobilis. Wow, we only have 2 left. Time sure does fly. And I guess we should be flying out of here too. Yeah, it's really easy to get max money in this game. It's not really a problem whatsoever. Actually, since I have all this money, I should do something about it. Say it, letting it burn a hole in my pocket. Let a fairy out. Get some blue potion. I may as well do this now too. I'm gonna get a green potion too. And yeah, we'll be down 2 fairies, but it should be fun. Now, let's see. I do have to get a few more hearts too. Let me see, how am I doing? So 2 dungeons means I only need 3 more heart pieces. Okay. Let me try to remember where those heart pieces are real quick. I think... Are they all on top of the mountain? They might be. I know there's at least 1 and maybe 2 up here that I can get. I'll probably do that right now so I don't forget later. Get out of here. I hate those little enemies so much. They're such a pain. I'll probably do the Ice Palace before Turtle Rock, because that's how you get the upgraded sword. So doing Turtle Rock first just creates more work for yourself, technically. Actually, there might be 2. There might be like another place to go inside of these caves here to get a heart piece. Let me look in here. I don't actually know where the correct place to go is, though. Get out of here. Please get out of the way. Yeah, stop doing that. Be really nice if we got there immediately. Is this it? No, it's just 50 rupees. Oh, I know. Wait, I know at least 1 we didn't get, which is in a really good spot to get. Let me just go to this area first, because there might be something here. I don't actually remember. I've done the Zelda randomizer so much, it's kind of messed up what I remember from this game itself. But near the Ice Palace in the Light World, there's a heart piece that I don't think we got, which is really simple to get if you know what you're doing. Oh no, I know the ones we have to get. I don't have to be here at all. Okay, I remember now. There's 3 left, and I remember each of them now. I want to get back on the top, though. So I'll just do this again. I think there is some way to get to the top through that, but that's like a huge maze area to get through. And I doubt I'd remember. Yeah, sometimes it's easier to just do this to get to the hammer. Wow, we traded a hit. So we want to come down here real quick, even though This is the way to Turtle Rock. We're not actually going to Turtle Rock. At least I remembered that. Yeah, it's hammer time, alright. So before we do that, let's come over this way. And lift up this rock over here. Now you don't really have to do this stuff over here until a little bit later. Alright, how's this work again? I have to go a little bit to the right. Yep. Now there is a way to show that off if you use like the ether medallion, I think. But I don't need to do that. It's a waste of time. Meanwhile, back in the light world, there should be a heart piece waiting for us. Very sweet. Alright. We'll visit the lake real quick. Well, we have to go here anyway. This is where the next dungeon is. Swiftly dodge that guy. Oh, that's right. To get the heart piece here, you actually want to be in the dark world first and then come here. Not that it particularly matters. We'll just get that after the dungeon. It's not going to give us the full heart anyway. Alright, so time for the ice polish, which should be really simple now that we have the, what do you call it? The Cane of Samaria or whatever. Got this guy's going to pop out of the wall and try to kill you. Just kind of want to hang to the side and shoot him. The dock still looks like a gate to me. I guess it kind of does a little bit. I can kind of see where you're coming from with that. Now, like any good game, of course you have ice physics here to contend with. They're not too bad, though. I know some people really hate them, and I will admit in certain games they can be a huge pain, but there's really not too much to worry about in this game. At least not in this dungeon. It's not really designed to be difficult. This is your least favorite palace, really? That's funny. It's really not that tough at all. So we'll just kill these guys real quick. I think you could use whatever to kill them. I'm just gonna use bombos here. So why is it your least favorite, Mike? Is it because you get lost? Is it the ice? What is the specific reason? Now, this guy, as usual, he's a pain. So I'll just turn to a fairy instead. Now, hopefully I'm getting this right. I don't really remember fully. No, you don't have to come here. Okay, never mind. So that room you can just kind of skip over if you really want to. You do have to get in here, though, to reset this puzzle room. Now we can go up here at least. Let's take these guys out. I said take them out. Nope. You got hooked on that instead. Oh, come on. These shenanigans. Oh, come on. Bad timing. It's because you used to get lost in here a lot. That's what I see a lot of people do when they play this game. They end up getting lost. How dare you? There's a second one. There is a second one. Well, it's funny though. Once you know what you're doing, it shouldn't be that confusing for you. So you just really have to do this palace once, and then it shouldn't be hard. At least in my opinion. But yeah, looking at Maddie's comments. Let me get through this first. This part's kind of a annoyance. Zelda and anything related to the water, even frozen water, doesn't seem well liked by Zelda fandom. Well, then I'm glad I don't consider myself a part of any fandoms. Because I don't really mind any of these things. Even like the ice, what was it? The most infamous one is like the water palace in Ocarina of Time. And I never really understood why people had so much trouble with that. It wasn't like particularly difficult for me. Like, I'm sure I got a little bit lost in it when I played it, but it just isn't really that difficult. Let's do that. I never got lost from my first attempt, but the platforms are really hard. The platforms? You mean in this dungeon, or you mean like the water temple in Ocarina of Time? Oh, wait a second. Let me try to remember this part. Which way do I have to go for this? I think it doesn't matter. I think all ways lead to the same thing. You might have to push this for something? Actually, I don't think you do, but I'm gonna try anyway. Nope, that does nothing. In this dungeon. Oh, you mean the platforms in the next room? Yeah, a lot of people get confused by that. So you can do this now, you can do this later. If you go down here, you get to the big chest, but what happens is you don't have the key just yet. You have to actually go back a little bit. Backtrack your way. Actually, hold on, can you just... Let me see, I forgot to check. I think maybe you don't even have to go this way. There's like an even quicker way. But I could be wrong about this. No, you can't go that way because you don't have the key yet. So you do have to go lay around. Okay. I'm impressed this floor isn't melted being so close to the fire. Yeah, that doesn't really make any sense at all. But like a lot of these games... Whoa! Wait a second here. This room is actually completely different. What the hell? That's weird. Do I have to... No, I don't have to turn this guy into anything. I mean, it might help. I'll have it ready just in case. Oh, yeah, I knew he was gonna do that. Okay, whew. That part is a little bit difficult to navigate around. I will admit that much. Get out of here. What is this? 14-7? Just use the cape? I guess you can. The problem is, a lot of times in this game when I'm playing it, I'm just trying to like get through it as fast as possible. And usually like stopping to equip an item, it takes too much time for me. I could have just done it this way though, I guess if I really wanted to. But even that's, it takes a lot of time now that I have a lot of items. Am I going the wrong way? I think I am. The penguin could be totally fine ramming its head into spikes. What are you talking about? That just sounds like a fun time to me. Should probably just let myself get killed and end this misery of hearing the sound over and over again. It's funny how this game makes you want death over, you know, actually having to hear yourself on the verge of still being alive. Yeah, let's just do that. There we go. We still have, 2 fairies. Alright, time for some more hammer, and let's kill this guy first. These guys you don't really need to kill in the stream. It's not like it unlocks anything this time. But they can be a little bit annoying. Ah, 4 bombs. I'll take that, I guess. Oh, thanks for turning me back. It's very kind of you. Does this do anything? Oh, that opens the door, okay. Well, that makes sense. Brutal? What was brutal? Nothing is brutal in this game. It's all very kind and gentle. It's a nice game for kids. Right, now that I got the key, I could go to the left here, but I don't need to. I think it's actually best if you just backtrack a little bit. This should open up the door. Link is running in place for some reason. Those bad guys don't respawn, which is actually kind of nice. Standing on spikes? Well, I guess it would be. Fortunately, we don't really have much of a reason to do that. Let's run across, we'll be fine. There's nothing to worry about. Oh, that's actually quite nice. Should run across there quite smoothly. When I killed... Oh, because I wanted to die intentionally. Yeah, but that was just to stop the beeping. What are you talking about poor Link? Screw Link. He's doing just fine for himself. He doesn't need our sympathy. Now he's got some nice blue mail. It's very fashionable now. Well, this is very different. I don't know what this is all about now. If you look here, they actually changed up this dungeon style. Which I don't know why they did that. That's kind of random. It's like now I have to actually think of what the proper solution to this puzzle is. It's kind of annoying, make me work. Oh, this is... What the frick? This is all different. That's really weird. They haven't changed anything else in the game, I don't think. Like, pretty much everything else has been... What? I don't even know what's going on anymore. I think I could still solve it, though. It looks pretty simple. Please kill yourself. Thank you. Link kept cursing. He needed to stop and try ending his life to fix his potty mouth. Yeah, he kept on beeping and cursing. I had to censor him out. Each time he did that, I had to censor him. It was a lot of hard work. I think it's funny that some players have claimed to not want to get the red mail because they like the blue so much. Why are you saying that, Michael? I said that. So now you're just making fun of me. Well, screw you, asshole. How dare you? I'll remember this. Okay. This is really weird. I don't know why they changed this like this. Could get a new fairy here. It wasn't only me. It was only me. How dare you? Stop talking smack, Michael. God. Just because you're a mod in chat doesn't mean you have to show off your smack-talking game. I think we get fairies from these pots. Hopefully that's what they do and they don't send you somewhere else. Because I'll be pissed. Yeah, that's what they do. Okay. They send you on a drug trip? It kind of is like that. What the fuck? Oh my god. What is this now? I can't even cheat the way I wanted to. So that's why they did that. So they made it so you can't cheat using the, Cane of Samari. You actually have to do it the way they intended. That's weird. Mike, you're smacking him and throwing shade, as you put it. It sounds like such a hello fellow kids thing. It just sounds out of place coming from you. I can't take you seriously when you start talking like that. Yeah, that's weird. I don't know why they changed that up whatsoever. I guess to make it more difficult because they know people like to cheat that. But it's just weird because there's like other things you can kind of cheese, but You know, they didn't change those things. I don't know. I guess it's fine though. I kind of remember how to do this, so I'll be good. Maybe. These penguins don't kill me. Get out of harm's way, thank you. I wasn't really trying to be serious. Of course you're trying to be serious. You're Mike Serious Money Gamer. Everything you say is serious. Alright, thankfully. No, 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 no. Thank you. Oh yeah, I don't even need to do this now. I'm just getting out of here. I know what the point of that is. Why do you want to go back at this point? I guess if you got to get the item. Holy shit. Forgot there's like a ton of these enemies underneath there. And I was just trying to get more health. Well, not that it really matters. Have I seen that they are making other Super Troopers? I did not know they were making another Super Troopers. I mean, it seems a bit late to be making another Super Troopers at this point. I mean, it's been like, 20 years? I don't know how long it's been. That's an old movie. The easiest boss ever? No. What are you talking? It's so hard. This boss fight is so difficult. Well, maybe they changed this. I don't know. Let's see. Does that still work? Yeah, it does. We'll do this to save frames. And he blows up. And he blows up. And he blows up. Oh, he doesn't blow up. Never mind. Now he blows up. And now we run in place. And take his heart. Super Troopers was a movie from, I think it was the late 90s. And it's really funny. So, if you've never seen it, I would try, catching it if you can. It's a really cool movie. At least I think it's from the late 90s. I don't really remember the exact time it came out. Link, because of you, I can escape from the clutches of the evil monsters. Thank you. They say the Hylian people controlled mysterious powers, as did the Seven Sages. But the blood of the Hylians has become thin over time. We who carry the blood of the Seven Sages do not possess strong power anymore either. Our powers will increase if we mix the courage of the knights with the wisdom of the sages. Only a short time remains until the gates of the castle, linking the worlds open completely. If you defeat Ganon, this world will vanish and the Triforce will wait for a new holder. I believe in you, good luck. Why is the blood running thin? They don't really explain that. It's like they're all suffering some medical condition. Thin blood, was that like anemia or something? What is going on? People of Hyrule have to go on like blood pressure medication. Please don't send me back. Oh, they send me back. What dicks. Now we're safe. Okay. You know what we could do real quick? Let's make a little trip here real quick. Spend some time with our fairy companions. Throw some rupees. Any amount of rupees, but we want to throw 50. Big trouble? Let me see if I can do something to cheat. Yes. Look at this. Wait, it's not working. This is supposed to speed up the game, but it's not actually sped up. Listen. It's not going any faster. What the hell? That's weird. Well, get some arrows. I was thinking, who are the Hylians breeding with? The Zoras? That is quite. Oh, I upgraded bombs because I was reading chat. Well, it's alright. I actually wanted to upgrade bombs a little bit too, so I'm not too upset about that. Yeah, wasn't that like supposed to be hinted at in Breath of the Wild that Link was trying to bang the Zora girl? That was really weird. Like, why is Link dating a Zora? Like, I know he was engaged to one in a Link, Ocarina of Time, but now he's actually trying to, he's like engaged to one. Like, actually engaged, not just like a fake engagement. There we go. We have so many arrows now. Now we will never run out. Maybe. Oh, we already got... Okay. We already replenished our fairy supply, I guess. Oh, that's right, in the dungeon. I forgot. So that means... Yeah. We have to get those 2 hearts that I didn't collect yet. One of them should be very, very easy. I just have to find an entrance to the Dark World. That's not this one, because I can't get out of that one. I guess this is close enough. Wait, so Link is engaged to the Zora that gave him the swimsuit this game? You mean the flippers? I hope not, because that would mean he's engaged to King Zora. And oh man, I don't want to see how that ends up going. That is something I do not need to see in my life. It's like after the game, everyone's back to normal, everyone's living peacefully, and Link has to live with King Zora forever. What an ending that would be. Get out of here, you piece of crap. Can I get to the, mirror from doing this? There we are. Wait, I don't know if I went to the right one, actually. Oh, we did. Okay, sweet. And let's go back. Without taking a hit, too. Awesome. Right, we don't actually need to be back. I just wanted to avoid that enemy. From here, we actually have to go back to the mountain. A highly engaging with a Zora. Give me a break. Oh wait, there's a fairy up here. That'll restore those hearts that I lost. Thank you for easing my pain. Very kind of you. I think that's it, right? We got everything. Just have to go back to the mountain. I need to watch Back to the Future again? What made you, oh, because I said we had to go back? We gotta go back. Wait, isn't that Lost? When did they say that in Back to the Future? We have to go back is from Lost. I remember that because it was so silly. We have to go back to the island we were stranded on for 5 years. But Back to the Future is pretty awesome. It's a good movie. You never watched Lost? Well, that's fine, because the ending to Lost pissed off so many people that watched the show. It's probably a good thing, for the best. Oh, it's like the song, right? Gotta get back in time. By, what, Huey Lewis and the News? I remember the song from, like, the credits. Oh, here we go. Now, you may be wondering if we can get the heart piece without going to the dungeon. Funny enough, I think this is the one heart piece in the game you actually have to go through the dungeon to get. So what do we have here? The Quake Medallion. Yeah, there we go. But yeah, it's funny, and you may notice here, because I remember I was talking about this with Mike one time when we played the game. You don't actually use the Bombus Medallion to get into anything. Which is sort of funny, because you think they would have used all the medallions for each dungeon, but nope, not really. And yeah, now that Cancer Mary comes in useful once again. Oh, wait a second, hold on. I forgot something. And you guys didn't remind me, at least I don't think you reminded me. I may have missed the comment. We can actually get our upgraded items now. Yeah, let me do that. I want to have the upgraded items before we go into this dungeon. Oh, come on. You would have to use it in the randomizer sometimes, because it was random. But I remember saying in the randomizer, wait, you don't normally use Bombos. Yeah, as you can see, you never actually do use it in the game itself. We'll just go over here. Actually, I forget, how much money do we need? We may have used too much money. Well, I guess we'll find out in just a second. How much does the bomb cost? Well, even if we did use too much money, I think we get more quickly from a certain place. Whoa, Link did that weird thing again. This guy's money for me. Here we go. Well, there we go. Now we're good either way. No matter how much it costs. Let me see this again. He does something funky when he runs against the side like this. Now he's not doing it. But before he like moonwalked, it was weird. Anyway, let's get out of here. Let's do what we came to do. Now, when you have this giant bomb with you, and I think it is just 100, yeah. The one thing you want to make sure you don't do is run, because if you start running, I'm pretty sure it leaves him behind. And unless they change that, which I don't think they did, you don't want to do. Yeah, unless they changed it, it should drop it. I don't think they probably did, because you have to get rid of it somehow. There we go. Let's watch it blow up. It should be safe, maybe. And now we get to see the prettiest fairy in the game. Let's throw in an item. Let's just throw the bow in. It's the first item we see. Hello there, did you drop this? You're an honest person, I like you. I will give you something important. These are the silver arrows. To give Ganon his last moment, you definitely need them. I know I don't quite have the figure of a fairy. Ganon's cruel power is to blame. You must defeat Ganon. I like how she even kind of acknowledges that. Well, it's like, what? What did Ganon do? He just like gave you too many chocolates? I don't know. Whatever. It's like, I wasn't actually gonna judge you for your extra weight fairy, but whatever. Just had to bring it up. And we can upgrade our trusty sword one more time. Hello there, did you drop this? I did. She likes honest people. Now we have the golden sword. The power's throbbing in our hands, yes. That's pretty much everything. Okay, let's get back to where we need to go. Back to where we belong. We're probably gonna be stuck somewhere we don't want to be. Yep. Of course. Much better. Quickly summon our bird. Save me. Yeah, the golden sword's sweet. Now you can kill enemies so much easier. I remember when I was doing the race with you, I think. Maybe it's the randomized race. I forgot to get this before coming to this dungeon, which you usually want to get, because it does make it a little bit quicker. Especially the boss fight. So that's why I figured we had to go back. Oh no! Oh. This sometimes happens, and it's very annoying. The enemy will get stuck while you're trying to pass by him. Maybe we could do this. Let's see. There. Sometimes the enemies will get themselves stuck there and you can't actually get past them. It's so stupid. Here. I'm just gonna save myself the effort. Oh, come on, you have to be kidding. There, now we're fine. I think I didn't even know it existed until I read a guide. Really? That's funny. I mean, then again, I didn't really know it existed until my cousin showed me when he played this game. So, yeah, I mean, I can kind of get that. It doesn't really state outright in the game itself that you should do that kind of thing. But you do need to go to that ferry to get the silver arrows anyway. So you kind of have to go there. One of these ways has something, the other is probably just a dead end. And this one is the one that's a dead end, of course. We'll survive though. We'll survive. Also notice how the skulls slowly come towards you when you're not looking. A classic Zelda technique. I guess it's also like the booze from, like any Mario game. I've seen some people have trouble with this too, though it really isn't too difficult. Just do that. We should have enough time, I hope. I just said it was easy. Again, you can use your magic cape here to bypass the challenge, if you so desire. I think one of these has a key, otherwise it came here for no reason. There we go. Make me feel better about myself. Oh, you never thought to toss in the sword. I see. I guess that makes sense. You may know to toss in the arrows, but you don't know to toss in the sword. Let me see if we can get this guy to show up and so I could kill him. There you go. Does he not? Okay, there you go. He does eventually. I'm pretty sure that room is a dead end. I think we actually want to come down here first. Oh, he was... What a dick. I thought we were far enough away from him, but obviously not. Yeah, because we come out this way. I think this is how we get a key or something. Maybe it's even the big key. Oh no, it's just the compass. Oh, that's useless. Alright, you have to kind of face backwards and then go into the door. I remember when I was young, I thought you get stuck if you go there, but you actually can get out. Yeah, it's one of those areas where I think you need to go to because I'm used to playing the Zelda randomizer. But yeah, normally you don't have to go that way at all. I used to think you had to use the mirror. Yeah, it might seem that way. That part seems very kind of tricky if you don't know exactly how to do that segment. Get out of here. Chain chomps. What are they doing in this game? It's the wrong series. Gonna lunge again, let them do that. Now we can get out of here. If we get past these guys. I don't know if you want to have that facing that way. I just felt like doing that. We'll see if that makes a difference. It'll probably help to have an additional fairy, or at least more hearts, I should say. There we go. Now, I believe you... Do you? Well, we'll see in a second. I don't think you have to come here, though. No, you don't. You just have to go to the lower segment and take the pipes, because now this is turned into Mario. As you can see. Those even look like an enemy from a Mario game, like the cactus guys, don't they? Kind of a little bit. And yeah, now we're traveling through the pipes just like Mario. Awesome. I'm surprised they didn't make the pipes look like Mario pipes. First Link copies Mario's moves, and now the enemies of Mario's games come to his world. Exactly. I don't remember which way you go here. Okay, this is the way. I think. Quickly come through this way. Could lock ourselves in so we'll be safe. Try to take out these guys. When you get hit by that, just wait a little bit, turn to a human eventually. These guys like take so long to die. There we go. Come through this way, facing like that. You should be pretty safe. Yeah, you kind of see even more of Mario's enemies in Link's Awakening. That's pretty funny too. Like, they have legitimate Goombas. Like, it's not even like they kind of look like them. They actually are Goombas. It's very strange. Alright, that's nothing. I was hoping we might get a key there, but I guess not. So I think... No, we have to go this way now. We got stuck inside. Hey, there's nothing wrong with drinking hot chocolate in the summer. Hot chocolate's pretty good. Any time of the year. I guess we have to kill these guys? Or should I switch? I don't actually remember. Wow, that fairy's going crazy. I don't know why. It looked like it's going faster than usual to me. Yeah, you eventually get changed back into Link if you get hit by that guy. Oh, alright, that's all you had to do. I guess so. It's not like they don't have enough enemies for Zelda. They just decided to use different ones for whatever reason. And for whatever reason, they picked Mario games. I guess since they're both Nintendo games, it makes sense, though. Now, this is where we want to go to get that last heart piece. Oh, wait, is it this one, or is it a different one? No, it is this one. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Shoot this guy. Shoot this one. Can we shoot these guys through this? Yeah, we can. What's funny is that's like a Dark World enemy. And it's like one of the few times you actually see a Dark World enemy in the Light World. Which is kind of an interesting little bit of the game. There we go. As you guys can probably tell, that is our final heart piece. Now we just need to get the heart container from the boss of this level. Maybe they'll use Metroid enemies next? Who knows? It seems like the last few games, though, they've been pretty consistent in what kind of enemies they use, so probably not. Seems like they're sticking with the enemies they have. Although in the last game, Breath of the Wild, they did have those, like, robot creatures, which were kind of weird. I forget the exact name they wanted to call them. Oh, one part that confused me when I first played this game, and I think probably like a second time I played this too at one point, I wasn't sure where to get the key for this door, but there's actually just a big key door. But since it has a little bit of different texture, I didn't realize that at first. So I think I meant like backtracking, trying to find the key for a while. Well, for that I'll say keep imagining, because that's probably the only way you'll ever see it. I don't know really why, but Metroid never really particularly, interested me. Wow, that was some nice slowdown. I think we have to go to the right for like a key or something, right? Maybe not. I'm probably wrong again. Confusing this with like the Zelda randomizer. Stop slowing down. I don't know why those enemies are causing slowdown. They're not like graphically intense enemies or anything. Yeah, just money. Nothing that I actually need. I like those little tiny enemies that come out, even though they're slowing down my game right now. They're pretty cute. As usual, I don't really know which way you're supposed to have that facing, so I'll just leave it like that for now. Oh yeah, the Guardians. Yeah, kind of a generic name they just used. Though I guess they're just like a generic robot enemy, so it makes sense. Now I really forget which way to go here. After this, we're probably gonna get lost for a little bit. Try not to get hit by this thing, but that'll probably not work out right. Wow, I actually did it first time, and we didn't even get hit once. That is the best I'll ever do at that. Let's see, we have full fairies and everything, so we just keep going. Doing pretty good. Oh, now with this, we get tank hits, and actually we don't take any hits from that guy, because we're slightly to the side. Hey, I'm Cage Wolf, thanks for stopping by before you go to sleep. Nice to see you, and I hope you have a good night. Now, I don't think they shoot you. No, they do shoot you, okay. So you want to go through like this. That way you don't get hit. Oh! That's fine, I was taking down my own clumsiness instead of actually getting shot by the enemy. Now you can keep doing this, but the item you need is actually just over here, so if you really want more rupees, you go for that other one too. But as for me, I'm just gonna get that and leave. I'll show this real quick. If you bomb this, well, I may as well show the whole thing, so it'll take it just as long to explain it than it is to show it off. Even though I don't really need to go here right now. So you actually go outside, and you could use the mirror once again. Because while it looks like a dead end, in the light world, it takes you back to this place. Now, what is this place, you may ask? Well, it's another one of these caves. But it's one of those caves where if you head downstairs, you have a couple of fairies waiting for you. So if you need fairies, you can catch them here. They might have... No, they don't have magic, but they have fairies at least. Oh, the one thing you may want to be concerned about, though, is, try not falling down this area, or else you have to, like, redo the entire dungeon. Or I guess you could try to fall back down here, if you can. But I would recommend just not falling down. It's a good advice. Let's push this guy out of the way, because I don't want him wrecking my time. And we're right near the dungeon boss here, so... Again, don't want to screw around with this guy too much, and don't want to screw with him. Save myself just in time from that. Of course this guy's gonna come up here, though. That just had to happen. Okay. Oh, and it is important that you save up your magic for this point in the game, because this boss actually requires it. And if you run out of magic while doing the boss, well, you pretty much just have to die. As cruel as that may be. Unless you bought potions like I did. Alright, so for this fight, you're actually going to use this ice rod, which you got ages ago and never had to use. And also the fire rod too. Both of them. So wait for him to come out. And then try to hit him. Try not to miss. Hit him as many times as you can. Once you take out one side, just move on to the next end. He actually can't switch items while he's in that kind of dying mode, which is interesting. What's funny is the side buttons don't work to change your item either while you're like this, which I wasn't sure if that would work or not. But yeah, they're out of commission. So we've just got to get like this. Once he exposes that little segment of him, it's pretty easy to kill. It's actually a lot easier than his equivalent fight is in the Light World, which he's pretty similar to, like whatever his name is, Skittles I always call him. The guy in like Dungeon 3. And who is this? Who have we saved here? Let's see. There she is, Princess Zelda herself. We haven't seen her since the first segment of this game, but she's back once again. I appreciate you coming so far to rescue me, as I thought you are the legendary hero. I have felt this from the first time we met. Ganon is waiting inside of his tower to pass through the gate linking the two worlds. Once Ganon enters the Light World, it is unlikely that anyone can stop him. But if he stays in the closed space of this world, you can find him wherever he runs. Now go to Ganon's tower. We will use our combined powers to break the barrier. Let's return peace to the country without fail. Do you understand? Of course we do. May the way of the hero lead to the Triforce. Well, we're almost there. Yeah, almost time for the final boss, but we do have another dungeon first. Yes, that's right. Actually, one of the more complicated dungeons of the game. But Ganon's Tower, yeah, it's multi-tiered, a lot of floors, and a lot of enemies too. But we're not afraid of no enemies. Link, we're gonna break the barrier of Ganon's Tower with our power. Go for it. And basically they just make a stairway, is what they mean to say. Here we are, Ganon has statues of himself all over. Yeah, I guess he's full of himself. Alright, we easily get our first key just like that. Don't let these skeletons give you no lip. Beat the shit out of them. Get a second key just like that. Now, you get keys very easily in this palace. Actually, it's probably one of the easier ones to do, even though I said it can be one of the more complicated ones. But it's more complicated, I guess, based on, like, the size of it, more than anything. Like some of the other dungeons, you could skip a lot of rooms and save yourself a headache. Which I'll probably do, because there's no reason to do extra rooms we don't have to. Especially since we don't really get anything for it, trouble. Don't open that door. Okay, there we go. Oh, we had to turn that back anyway. But yeah, it is funny that in this game, not only do you have to like wait to have the final boss fight, we still haven't dealt with a certain other enemy. You may recall Aghanim. Yeah, he hasn't exactly disappeared from the game. He's still around too. Keep that in mind. Well, this'll be fun. Just beat that one. I think you mostly want to stick to the left when you're doing this. Pick the leftmost teleporter. So keep doing that. Once you get here, you actually can access the secret room, which in this version of the game, I don't think it has anything too special in it. If you're doing the randomizer, you might get something decent. But this probably isn't the most important room to come to. There we go. Yeah, just arrows, bombs. I think that's pretty much what you got here. Yeah, I know what bombs do, game. You don't have to keep explaining them to me. I've only been playing this game for 4 hours at this point or whatever. 5 hours. The restock room, it's basically what that is. Now this is the time when you want to go to the right one. I think we should be near the end. Yeah, there we go. I think you could actually run along here. Yeah, you can. Just make sure you don't actually fall down. Ooh, now you have another room that's kind of like that area where we got that one heart piece at, where you actually have to use... Actually, can you? Yeah, we can, but you can't access that just yet. What you do is you use Ether, and it shows you the pathway you have to go through. But before we go there... let me see. I can't really remember. Did we get the, map at all? If we go in this room, can we get out? Yeah, we can. Okay. I just wanted to check what that was. Now, we don't have the big key yet, so we have to keep going. Sadly, we can't just hop over there. There's no Rock's Feather in this game. And funny enough, there's no Rock's Feather in most of these Zelda games. It's like a very rarely used Zelda item. We're gonna trap ourselves in here. Trust me, it'll work out. And yeah, we have a familiar face right here. If you've never seen this game before, you may wonder if you'd ever see this face again. And actually, we are. In fact, we'll see a few more familiar faces before this dungeon is through here. Now, once we stop sliding on the ice, that usually helps out. We come to the big key at last. Now, fortunately, we know where the big key chest is as well. And I'll mention that the big chest item in this game, or in this dungeon anyway, it's not strictly needed, but it does help out the rest of the game. Make things a little bit easier for you. Oh, I don't need any more of those either. Should be good on items for the rest of the game, I hope. If we do have trouble, we might need more items, but I'm not intending to have trouble. And there we go, the red mail. It provides even better protection than the blue mail. Which, yes, as Michael kind of mentioned before, when I originally played this game, I actually didn't want to get the red mail, I actually wanted to keep the blue mail. Just because I like the blue better than red. And strictly speaking, it's not like you actually need the red mail, as I was just explaining. It just makes it a little bit easier, since you don't have to worry about taking as much damage. Oh, look at these guys. Very nice of them to all gang up on me again. Yeah, you don't actually have to fight them, though. Hey, Frog, welcome back. You've joined us at an opportune time. We're almost at the end of this game. We are very, very close. I'm just gonna take the hits here. You can play things very safe, and, whoa. And avoid taking damage from that guy, but it's, not worth the additional hassle, in my opinion. Another funny thing, I don't think you actually block those Beamos guys, even with the, Oh, no, you can. Okay, never mind. I wasn't exactly sure, but I guess it does work. You left for a bit of Rainbow Six, that's no problem. Oh, this room. You can already tell from that sound this is going to be very good. So, essentially what you're hearing is a bunch of those little things at the side of the room, which are all going to get loose in just a few seconds. Makes things a little bit easier. Hey, as long as you did oh, we got cannonballs again. Alright, so once again, like Oasis says, you have to run down the hall faster than a cannonball. And once you do that, you can access another secret room, if you want. What you have to do, though, is, yeah, this is really kind of interesting. You have to be, like, right against the ledge here, and what I will do to make this, once again, a little bit easier is go up here, and then back down. You don't have to be so humble, Frog. We know you're the best player. Just like how I'm the best player of PUBG ever. I swear this was easier to do before. Getting a little closer every time. God damn it, Link. Stop grabbing that. There we go, finally. I don't know why they put that in the game at the last second. It's really funny because you don't do that at any other point in the game, really, unless you're trying to do the shortcut in Misery Mire. Whoa, JP, what is going on, man? Long time no see. So to do this, what you want to do is just, well, actually, you wouldn't do that again because you'll just fall down the hole. You just go like that. Well, like I said, Frog, those PUBG players, they're lucky that I'm not a full-time dedicated player of the game. Because I could so easily do what they're doing. I mean, of course. You know, I think even they know that. They, every day they're thankful that Try Morning isn't a full-time dedicated PUBG player. Because, I mean, they know their days would be pretty much done. They'd be numbered. Is this a speedrun? No, it's just a casual run of this game. I played this game so many times. There's no reason for me to bother to try to play it quick again. I mean, how many more races do I have to do where I absolutely demolish Michael to, embarrass him? Actually, JP, I don't know if you know about this, but this is actually the, they call this the Redux version of the game. It's actually like a, patch that you install on top of the game. And it actually adds a bunch of additional features that they didn't have in the game itself. So, yeah, it's pretty cool. Like, normally you can't actually control the direction you're running in, but now I can. I'm a comedian all of a sudden. I mean, haven't I always been? I mean, really, when it boils down to it. I'm essentially a master of being a comedian, yes. Obviously. Now Mike has to challenge me? I don't think so. I mean, I just said I got done beating him. So he doesn't have to exactly challenge me again. Though if he wants to, he's more than welcome to. I would love doing another race of this game. Was there a lag spike? I don't know. I haven't had any drop frames, so it might be your internet. Or it might be YouTube itself. Because that does happen, shockingly. The gauntlet has been thrown. Though if Mike wants to, he could challenge me to a race in another game. He could try to pick when he's actually confident he'll win. I mean, that might help a little bit. Alright, so that's that path. Oh. They survived. There we go. You know what, Mike? You have to do like a full playthrough of this game one day. Because you have this channel up on your channel. You have this playthrough up on your channel, I should say. But you never actually finished the game itself. It's all just been like races with me, which you never finished. I'll beat you at Super Mario Bros. 1? Oh, so now are you challenging me? Wait, are you challenging me or Michael to this race, Frog? I mean, if you're any good at it, you'll probably beat either of us, if I had to say. I think I kind of said a little bit about that before. I'm not like a huge fan of Mario 1 either. It's probably because I grew up with all the SNES games, so I was more used to those. Oh, come on. There we go. Yeah, you can beat us both instead. Kill two birds with one stone, as they say. Oh, that was great. That's exactly what I wanted to do. A three-way race. That is doable. It's been done before. Why am I even opening these chests? I already have enough keys. I don't need to even open the rest of the chests in this game. Let's get back around. Well, I mean, it's up to Michael if he wants to accept the three-way challenge there. We'll see what he has to say. But yeah, again, I don't need to even open this up, although maybe I'll need a key for one of the other segments. It might help to have this one. Hey, actually, Michael's played that game more recently than I have. He played it for the, that Mario Marathon he did last year. Hey, I'm going into this with every expectation of losing. I have never really played Mario Bros. 1 to completion. Unless, like, I did it when I was really young and I don't remember. So, like, I don't even know how to play the later levels of that game. Yes, please help me up the door. Actually, since we have JP here, JP, do you want to join into this Mario race too? Make it a four-way race? Wait, what did he say? Hold on a second. I missed this text. Thanks for the power of reversal. Ho ho ho, it's great that you could come all the way here, Link. I'm very happy to see you again, but you'd better believe that we will not have a third meeting. Prepare to meet thy doom. We'll see about that, Aghanim. I mean, you're probably right about one thing, we won't have a third meeting. But I think that bodes worse for you than it does for me. Well, JP, if you have a way of playing Mario on your own, you could do it without an emulator. But if not, you could just use, well, I use Hygen, but there's like a bunch of other emulators you could use. Hygen requires a bit of a higher-end computer. So, I don't know. Ganon! You bastard. Get out of here. Sadly, we cannot hit him. Oh yeah, I guess that's a good point. You could try to use the same one to try to coordinate if you really wanted to. Now, technically, before I go here, it's not to be all let's be tough and take them on without getting additional potions and whatnot. We'll see how this goes. Getting a cheap shot. I never imagined a boy like you could give me so much trouble. It's unbelievable that you defeated my alter ego Aghanim, the Dark Priest, twice. But I will never— we're right at the end, Frog. This is Ganon. This is the final fight of the game. But I will never give you the Triforce. I'll destroy you and make my wish to conquer both light and dark worlds come true without delay. Let's do this. Wow, they're actually using the classic music for the final boss fight. Oh wait, no, it is remixed. I'm gonna tank the hits for now. We'll see how this goes. Actually, I can save a bit of time by doing this, so I should use the cape. I forgot that the additional potion bought anyway. Alright, Ganon, do your thing. Keep hopping up and down. This is a lot of fun. You kinda have to like goad him out at this point. Yeah, wait for him to land and then do something. I'm trying to get hit by the bird. Here we go. You're doing well, lad, but can you break through the secret technique of darkness? On guard. Here we go. We'll use this first. Oh, there we go. It finally went through. Like, is this glitch not working? Quickly use the blue potion, because we're gonna need that. Now I want to pelt him with the arrows, if I could find them. If you're quick, I think you get off 2 shots at the same time. Oh, I'm gonna be really careful here because I think he might knock me down if he spawns there. Yeah, I remember that being a thing that happened, like in the race I did with Michael. And there we go, he's dead. Rest in peace, Ganon. Sure, we'll see you soon enough in another game. There we go. I remember, like, if you did some kind of, like, fancy thing, you could, like, moonwalk back up here. I don't know what they do. I see them do that sometimes. Welcome, Link. I am the essence of the Triforce. Yes, this is it. This is the finale. It's over. We're watching the end right now. If this isn't an ending, what would be? No, wait, this is the part where you have one last twist before the end. The Triforce will grant the wishes in the heart and mind of the person who touches it. If a person with a good heart touches it, it will make his good wishes come true. If an evil-hearted person touches it, it grants his evil wishes. And if it's a middle-of-the-road person, it kinda just grants the middle-of-the-road wishes. The stronger the wish, the more powerful the Triforce's expression of that wish. Ganon's wish was to conquer the world. That wish changed the Golden Land to the Dark World. Ganon was building up his power here so he could conquer the Light World and make his wish come completely true. And yes, of course, if it grants Google's wishes, then Logan Paul becomes the #1 most subscribed YouTuber of all time. From now until the end of time. But now, you have totally destroyed Ganon. His dark world will vanish. The Triforce is waiting for a new owner. Its golden power is in your hands. Now, touch it with a wish in your heart. Alright. It's kind of like the Ghostbusters moment. Where we're like, alright, clear your mind from absolutely everything. Don't think about Logan Paul. Don't think about Logan Paul. Don't think about Logan Paul. Link, I swear to God, if you think about Logan Paul, you've doomed us all. The Return of the King. And insert a picture of Logan Paul ruling at Hyrule Castle. Yes. There he is. A wizened old Logan Paul. The loyal priest. Still loyal to this day, but now he's just left completely alone. Nobody actually goes to church anymore. Hyrule's abandoned their gods. Kakariko Town. Saharala's homecoming, yes. He's back. He's back in town. Hey, Emily, thank you for the good job. How long have you been here for? You're just sneaking now. And vultures rule the desert. I don't know why. Why did Link want the vultures to rule the desert? I don't know. But they are. And they're here. The bully makes a friend. Aww. After trying to beat up the kid mercilessly for the whole game, now he's best friends with him. That's how it goes sometimes. And her uncle recovers. He recovered from death. Damn, uncle. You recovered pretty fine. Flippers for sale. Still overcharging for them, I'm sure. Wow. The Witch and the Assistant. And the assistant finally steps out of the shop for the first time in their entire lives. And they get a terrible sunburn. The Woodsman's Hut, and look, they're still cutting down the entire forest. When Hyrule becomes a barren wasteland in 50 years, we know who to blame. Ocarina Boy returns, or is he still a ghost? I don't know, it's still called the Haunted Grove. Venus, Queen of Fairies. I don't know why this one is the Queen of the Fairies, but whatever, I guess she's the queen. I wonder what happened to the fat one. The Dwarven Swordsmiths. Yes, the two partners, as they called them. Still working on each other's swords. I see. And the Red Mage from Final Fantasy waves to us. And somewhere there's a bug catching kid. I'm sure. Somewhere, I promise. There we go. Not doing a very good job of catching that bee, but A for effort. You're offended? Good. That's the intent. The intent is to offend as many as possible. The lost old man. Still lost and still old. No, I guess that second part makes sense. But why didn't his daughter ever go up to help him? I mean, we saved the daughter, but she just leaves him there. Jeez. The forest thief rules the Lost Woods. And he looks like the guy from A Christmas Story with that, like hat that he wears. I forget what they're called. And the Master Sword sleeps again forever. Because this is still supposed to be the last game. Is it? I don't even know. Who knows and who cares about the Zelda timeline? The sword's sleeping. I have a good sleep sword. Good night. And that's it, guys. That is the end of the game. Now we have the credits. I can just sit back and relax to this remixed music. Some Zelda game is the last one. It doesn't even matter anymore. They are all the last one. They're all the first and the last. So, yes. My rating for this game, this is a perfect game. If any game gets a 10 out of 10 rating, it's probably this one. This is definitely like my favorite Zelda game. It's just so sweetly refined. Alright, have a good night, Emily. Thanks for making your little appearance. Such a vast improvement over Zelda 2. Like, Zelda could have gone any direction after the first two games, but thankfully they made this game, and they pretty much cemented the type of legacy and the type of game that Zelda would be pretty much from here on out. Ocarina of Time obviously borrows so much from this game. Pretty much the same exact story, uses a lot of the same items, and basically just transitioned it to a 3D environment, and honestly that was totally fine. That's all they needed to do. When they made Majora's Mask, they actually worked in a new story, which was pretty cool. Did some interesting things with like time dynamics, where you repeat the same 3 days over and over, and they gave it that kind of like a new fresh story, which they didn't really have in Zelda games up until that point. I give it a 3 out of 10. It's not Majora's Mask. And then after that, you know, they went with Wind Waker, which I liked Wind Waker. It had a nice story to it. Probably one of the more complicated Zelda stories, more complex ones at least. But then, I don't know, Zelda's kind of been trying to find a direction since then. I guess some people think now they had Breath of the Wild, they found a new direction for it, but I don't know. I mean, they can't just keep making open world games forever. It's kind of cool they tried one out for at least one game, but should the rest of the Zelda games now follow the Breath of the Wild formula by making these huge open worlds which take like 10 years to make? I don't know, I hope not. I'd rather see a game sooner than that. I mean, all you have to do is take a look at how long it's taken to make like the next Elder Scrolls game and all that. Open world games take a hell of a long time to make. And honestly, I would rather just have another straight Zelda game kind of like this, or Majora's Mask or Wind Waker, any of those games. Released sooner rather than later. But I guess we'll see. One day. One day, maybe. Ah, and look, now we get the quest history. We can see our totals, how well we did. Implying they're even making a new Elder Scrolls game. I'm sure they probably are, even if you're not going to hear about it for another 3 years from now. I'm sure they've started making or planning whatever the next one is. Pretty much any game that large, they're being made years and years before they're even announced. And yeah, somehow we never played the game. Look, total games played 0. There's your twist of this playthrough. We didn't actually play this game at all. You just sat here watching nothing the whole time. A game was never played. And that's it. The end. So now that we sat here watching nothing for, at least 3 hours or whatever it's been, I guess that's it for the night. Yes, that is the end. It was all a dream. Can't even quit to the menu here. Just pause on this. But of course, if you stay on the screen for 10 minutes, you'll hear Saria song play, and no, that's the other game. Never mind. But yeah, that'll be the end of the stream. Unless you guys have any last comments, questions, statements, insults, offensive remarks you want to make them now or forever hold your peace until the next stream. So now what? If you stay on the screen for 10 minutes, All-Star by Smash Mouth plays. And I would do that if I didn't want to get, a copyright ID claim, a demonetization symbol, and a nice big fat copyright strike. For all I know, they could have thrown in an additional song they play at the end, because, like I said, this is the Redux version, so they could have thrown something in there, but I'm not expecting it. Suddenly it starts playing Dragon Force, I don't know. Through the Flames, whatever that song was called back in the day. But yeah, anyway, if you're talking about what comes next in terms of streams, I don't know, I might do some more Persona. Maybe I'll do some more Mass Effect, because I haven't done that in a while. Whenever I start another Zelda game, which probably won't be right away, it'll either be Link's Awakening or it'll be Ocarina of Time. I'm not sure. If you guys want to vote for it, I guess I'll post like a poll somewhere. What I'll do is I'll make a poll and then I'll link it in Discord, and then people can start voting on that, whether they'd like to see Ocarina of Time or Link's Awakening. Because I wouldn't mind playing either one. If I'm playing Link's Awakening, though, that might take a while because I have not played that game in a very, very long time. Good night, Phantom Mist. Thanks for stopping by. Hope to see you next time. I'm going to vote Knack every time, but Knack's not even going to be in the running. It's not even going to be an option. I'll make proxies and flood the vote. All right, well, you could try. More power to you. Thank you, JP. And have a good night, sir. But yeah, I guess I'll get work to that. I'll get on, get right on that, and then I'll post it either tonight or tomorrow. And it'll be like a poll option for people to pick. But for now, I'll wish you guys a good night. And thanks for stopping by, watching this game with me. Hopefully you had fun, reliving A Link to the Past for like the 9th time on this channel. And I'll see you next time.